artificial intelligence. It's not just another tool, it's really a complete transformation.
It really is. And what's truly fascinating here is how AI is touching every single aspect of filmmaking. I mean, right from that very first spark of a script idea,
Yeah.
all the way to how you actually discover and will stream the final product, we've pulled together a pretty comprehensive stack of sources that really dig into this intersection, and they reveal just how profound these changes are for the whole industry.
Yeah, so our mission today is to extract the most important nuggets of knowledge from all these insights, basically giving you a shortcut to understanding this revolutionary period in cinema history. We're going to explore how AI is being used right now, the economic shifts it's causing, the big debates it's sparking among creatives, and even how it's changing the very definition of what a movie can be. So let's jump right into where AI stands in film production today. And maybe one of the clearest markers of its mainstream acceptance is, well, the Academy Awards themselves. The Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences has actually come out with a pretty clear stance on this, haven't they?
They have. They're essentially saying that using AI and other digital tools will neither harm nor help a film's chances for a nomination.
Right.
It's a pragmatic approach, almost neutral, which really speaks to how, ubiquitous AI has become. It acknowledges AI's presence, but keeps the focus squarely on human creativity. That's still the core element.
Okay, but that leads to the big question. What does using AI actually look like in film production right now?
Oh, the scope is just vast. I mean, we're seeing AI revolutionize everything from initial script analysis and concept development
Hmm.
to complex video editing, the generation of truly breathtaking CGI, and even the creation of incredibly lifelike virtual actors. It's fundamentally streamlining workflows, it's dramatically cutting costs, and it's opening up possibilities for filmmakers to create content that was, well, simply impossible just a few years ago.
And it's not just about broad categories, is it? When you talk about contemporary Hollywood, we're seeing some really innovative techniques.
Absolutely.
Things like AI-driven facial replacement, which still sounds like science fiction to me, deepfake-style character enhancements, automatically generating entire backgrounds, and even creating real-time virtual environments right there on set. It's a huge leap forward.
It absolutely is. And one of the most significant breakthroughs our sources point to is this real-time AI processing during filming.
Hmm.
Think about that. Traditionally, you'd shoot and spend months, maybe longer, in post-production fixing things, adding effects.
Right, long post cycle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But now, get this. In 2024, for the movie Here, starring Tom Hanks and Robin Wright, they used deepfake technology from a company called Metaphysic. And what's incredible is they managed extensive aging and de-aging of the cast in real time, in camera, right there on the set at Pinewood Studios.
Wait, hold on. So they were literally seeing Tom Hanks aged up or down on the monitor as they were filming?
That's the idea. Live, in camera.
Wow, that's mind-blowing. That completely changes the whole dynamic on set, doesn't it? It shifts everything from those traditional post-production workflows to these deeply integrated processes where effects and performance are happening all at once.
It's a complete paradigm shift. No question. And beyond just being incredibly cool tech, this has a massive economic impact. We're seeing the AI film market experiencing explosive growth.
You see companies jumping in.
Yeah, like Adobe. They introduced powerful new AI capabilities in Premiere Pro and After Effects just back in May 2024, specifically designed to enhance creative efficiency. This expansion reflects these fundamental changes in how films are conceived and produced. It's lowering barriers to entry for independent filmmakers.
Right, letting them do more ambitious stuff.
Exactly. They can achieve effects that were previously only possible for huge studios. And at the same time, it allows those major studios to create even more complex visual narratives, often at significantly lower costs. The efficiency gains are huge, especially in areas like VFX, color correction, even basic editing. Things that used to take weeks of human labor might now take just hours or days.
So if we pull back a bit and look at the broader cinema industry, what does all this growth in real-time tech actually mean for its future? The latest data we've pulled suggests the AI in film market is projected to hit, an estimated $14.1 billion by 2033, with a really strong 25.7% compound annual growth rate.
Yeah, it's booming. And the generative AI segment specifically, that's things like AI writing scripts or creating images, is expected to hit almost $1 billion, $2.95 billion by 2029. It's penetrating virtually every creative aspect, from the initial concept right down to the final dialogue.
And connecting this to the bigger picture, this goes way beyond just Hollywood's bottom line.
Oh, absolutely. A report by McKinsey Digital estimated that generative AI could add somewhere between 2.6 trillion and 4.4 trillion dollars to the global economy annually in the coming decades.
Wow, trillion.
Trillion. And the entertainment industry is going to be a significant part of that transformation. It's not just about making films faster, it's about making them more efficiently and potentially even more personal, using data to guide what we watch.
Okay, and think about script writing. This is where it gets really interesting for storytelling itself.
Yeah.
AI algorithms can now analyze like thousands of scripts in seconds.
Yep. Learning what makes a story engaging, even trying to predict box office success based on past data.
Which is fascinating. It's not just about speed then. It's potentially about, well, democratizing storytelling maybe, allowing data-backed concepts to emerge even from unknown writers. Or, I guess the flip side is, could it lead to homogenization? Studios just chasing formulas the AI spits out?
That's the debate, exactly. It's like having a predictive focus group from day one, which dramatically shifts how stories get developed, greenlit, and financed.
And this shift isn't just in the creation part, it's also fundamentally transforming how films actually reach you, the audience.
Right. Release strategies are evolving super fast. AI predicting optimal release windows, maybe even dynamic pricing down the line. And of course, streaming. Companies like Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, Disney Plus, they are already leveraging AI massively in how we discover content.
Oh yeah, the recommendation engine.
Total pivotal. They use AI to analyze your viewing patterns, genres you like, user feedback, even subtle emotional preferences they infer, all to deliver these incredibly personalized recommendations. It's key to keeping you engaged.
It really is a content discovery revolution. The platforms tailor suggestions just for you, maybe even figuring out the best time for you to watch something. It means you're increasingly relying on AI recommendations, maybe more than traditional marketing or even friends telling you what's good.
Definitely.
But what about your perception of all this AI stuff? The research we looked at shows a pretty complex picture. Like 65% of people still prefer a show written by a human.
Which makes sense, intuitively.
Yeah. But get this, an astonishing 22% said generative AI could write TV shows and movies that are actually more interesting than humans.
Wow, 22%. That's significant.
Suggests a gradual shift, right? Maybe a growing acceptance as the quality of AI content gets better and better.
That 22% figure is striking, yeah.
Yeah.
It really makes you wonder, what does that say about our evolving relationship with AI-generated art? Is it about the quality, or is it still about our, ingrained ideas about needing a human creator?
Exactly. And this brings us right to a crucial point. If AI is doing so much, handling these complex creative tasks, what happens to artistic authenticity?
Yeah, the big critique. Critics often argue that AI devalues artistic expression, that AI content fundamentally lacks that human touch, the thing that makes cinema emotionally resonant.
It's a huge point. The whole debate seems to center on, is AI a tool that enhances human creativity, or is it actually starting to replace it? You definitely hear visual effects artists especially expressing real concern about job displacement. The fear is palpable in parts of the industry.
And that leads directly to issues like transparency and disclosure. People want to know, right? Audiences, critics, they're increasingly demanding to know when and how AI contributes to films.
Yeah.
This debate even reached the Oscars, like you mentioned, with controversy swirling around AI use in some nominated films, even potential Best Picture contenders.
And beyond transparency, there are serious ethical questions too.
Huge ones, especially around deepfake technology. How do we prevent misuse? What about data privacy when these AIs are trained on enormous data sets? And maybe the biggest question for artists, what even is genuine human creativity in a world where AI is so involved, it forces us to redefine things?
So with all that, what does this actually mean for the people working in the film industry, the workforce itself? It sounds like a lot of traditional jobs might be on the chopping block.
Well, yes and no. The information we've gathered shows the workforce is definitely adapting, but also that entirely new roles are emerging.
Like what?
We're seeing titles like AI supervisor, machine learning engineer specifically for entertainment, even AI ethics consultants becoming necessary. And traditional roles are evolving. Visual effects artists might become AI supervisors or creative directors steering the AI. Editors are learning to work with AI-assisted tools, not just using old methods. Directors are exploring AI's creative potential to push their vision further.
So it's more about adaptation than pure replacement in some ways, establishing new ways to collaborate.
Exactly. New models of creative collaboration are forming. AI acts as an assistant for routine tasks, freeing up humans. It acts as a collaborator, contributing to decisions, sometimes an inspiration, generating unexpected ideas, and often an amplifier, enhancing human capabilities dramatically. This human-machine collaboration, where maybe AI handles more of the technical execution and humans really focus on the core creative vision, that might very well define the future of filmmaking. It's a fascinating shift.
Okay, speaking of collaboration and recognition, let's circle back quickly to the Oscar question. We said the Academy's current policy allows AI-enhanced films to compete, focusing on the human achievement behind it. But our sources suggest that maybe future Oscar categories might specifically recognize AI innovation, kind of like the existing Technical Achievement Awards.
That's a definite possibility people are discussing.
Hmm.
You can imagine new categories, maybe outstanding achievement in AI-assisted visual effects or innovation in AI-enhanced storytelling, perhaps even best use of AI in film production, something like that.
But how do you judge artistic merit when AI is heavily involved?
That's the tricky part. It really depends on how the AI is used. Films where AI genuinely enhances human creativity, acting as that amplifier we talked about, they might absolutely deserve recognition. But films relying primarily on AI-generated content, where human authorship is much less clear, that raises different, much more profound questions about who or what the creator actually is.
So what factors would they need to consider?
Key considerations would have to include, discerning the human creative intent, figuring out if AI served merely as a tool or if it was more of a fundamental creator, looking at the artistic innovation achieved, the technical excellence, and of course, the cultural impact of the final film. It's complex.
Looking even further ahead, our sources outline some developments that sound almost like science fiction. Short term, say the next couple of years, 2025, 2027.
We'll likely see even more sophisticated AI integration in pre-production. Think storyboarding, casting assistance becoming much faster, and that real-time on-set assistance probably becoming standard practice.
And medium term, like
Right.
2028 to 2030.
Could see AI systems understanding narrative development on a much deeper level.
Hmm.
Advanced character creation that's almost indistinguishable from human actors, and hybrid human AI teams becoming the absolute norm in pretty much every studio.
Wow. And long term, beyond 2030.
Well, that's where it gets really wild. We're
Yeah.
potentially talking about AI directorial assistants, fully personalized cinema experiences tailored just for you, and virtual actors that are completely indistinguishable from humans.
Hard to even imagine what that looks like.
It really is. But the big takeaway from all of this, I think, is that AI is significantly lowering the barriers to entry in filmmaking. That means enabling more diverse voices, more unique stories to potentially reach audiences, because production costs could come down and cycles could get faster.
Which could also lead to new business models.
Exactly. Things like personalized pricing for content, dynamic content creation, where a film might subtly change based on your individual preferences, maybe even audience-specific versions of a film. This transformation, it feels irreversible. It's definitely accelerating, and it's truly making this one of the most significant disruptive periods in cinema history.
So wrapping up, we've seen how AI isn't just, nudging Hollywood, it's fundamentally restructuring it.
Hmm.
From the economic models and the production workflows, all the way to how you discover and engage with content, and even how the industry workforce itself is evolving.
Yeah, and that question of whether AI deserves Oscar recognition, it really just reflects those broader, deeper questions about the very nature of creativity, who gets authorship, and what artistic value even means in this rapidly accelerating digital age. The entire industry is truly at a crossroads, isn't it? Where traditional filmmaking is meeting artificial intelligence head-on.
Which brings us to our final provocative thought for you today. The future of cinema likely holds a seamless, probably quite intimate integration of AI and human creativity, no doubt about that. But as we move forward, will this integration ultimately enhance or diminish the artistic value of the films we cherish? And
Right.
maybe on a deeper level, how will you define creativity in a world where those boundaries between human intelligence and artificial intelligence just keep getting blurrier? Something to mull over until our next deep dive.